This reading is going to be inspired by Stevie Wonder's Overjoyed. And in case you're not familiar with it, one line or a couple lines that stand out are over time, I've been building my castle of love. Just for two, though you never knew you were my reason. And with that, of course, he's saying, like, all this time I've been saving my love for you. I've been maybe building a future for you. Everything I did was inspired by you to just build our life together, maybe waiting for that perfect moment. And speaking of the moment, later in the song he goes, I've come much too far for me now to find the love that I sought can never be mine. And also he says, the Sandman has come from too far away for you to say come back some other day. So it's like he's saying, I waited too long for you to say it's not going to happen or this isn't the right time. So it's really a melancholy, poetic song that resonates with anyone who has this one person, you know, just this one person that they want to build their life with, or that they always think of in a love relationship that they want to give their love to, and then to finally get up the nerve to let that person know it's been you, you know. I've got it, maybe look, I pull out the ring and then the person is like shocked, you know, like it's thrown aback. They didn't expect all this love, and then you feel rejected, or they say this is not, I have met someone, you know, the timing is just not right. That can be shattering. That can be very painful. So I don't know where this reading is going to go, but I do know that that song, maybe there's something in the air, because the reading I did earlier today was about someone who didn't want to let go, but they were already in a relationship, so it was the end. So maybe this could also apply. It doesn't have to be someone that is wanting to embark anew on a new relationship. It could be someone who has been only in love with this person, only wanted a future with this person, and only to find out it's not going to happen, you know, or it's not going to continue. It's like over, you know, but this is all you put your hope in, you're invested, and you built, you know, you everywhere you look in a house, there's the memory of that person maybe, or everywhere you go, you have you're reminded of that person. So how do you let go? That's, you know, let's see where this read takes us. Karmic relationship. Yeah. Resentments and triggers, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. Yeah, fleeting because they don't tend to last very long, and they are intense. So a karmic relationship can have you feeling like this is the one. You know, you are very triggered emotionally, and desires are triggered like strongly. So it can be, you can be captivated by a karmic, and it can be very difficult for you to have to face that you're not going to be in a relationship with them. What else? Twin flames. Yin yang and balance. Union and duality. Complement polar opposites. I'm sorry, I don't think I showed the last card. Twin flames. So if you're in a very fiery relationship with your twin flame, it could feel indeed like the end of the world, that you can't be together. It's hard to move on from that relationship. There's a lot of pain involved in twin flame relationships with the chaser runner aspect of it. So yeah, that can definitely key on the ring. Many options, unconventional one-night stand, string along. So with these kind of relationships, it could be a one-hit wonder, excuse me, or a situation where you have only been, together for a short while, very short while. And maybe it impacted you and you felt like this is the one, even just from that fleeting moment. But the other person is tied up in other things. It doesn't have to be with a person. It could just be they don't want to make room right now for a relationship, or maybe they're not feeling the reciprocal passion, like, for you as you did for them. That's also a situation that's very hard to accept. Let me go to another deck. Weddings rings came out with abundance. So with abundance, it says keeping a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. Wedding rings, union, marriage. So maybe, not maybe, you will feel very abundant and positive and happy if you could marry this person. That's just how you feel, That's just that's what you want. You want what you want. The Grim Reaper, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. That's like the death card in tarot, or it means it's over, it's said and done. No matter how much you want to feel abundant and united and wedded, it's over, and it's like hard, like the song Overjoyed. He's been building this castle. He only saw them two, but he had to accept that it's not going to happen. So okay, finished with this deck. We're on to another one. Thank you. Commitment, long-term relationship. Even if it was a long-term relationship, a marriage that you have to walk away from, if the other person is not wanting to continue together, you have to accept that it's over, and you have to know that if it was meant to be, that other person wouldn't want to walk away. They would still be in it with you. So the fact that they don't have that same commitment or willingness to commit, you can't force them to. Even if you think they're making the biggest mistake of their life by walking out the door, it's their mistake to make. You can't force your love on them, and you can't force them to stay. You just have to let them know what you can do is keep that door shut, because nobody has the right to walk in and out of your life. So you keep that door shut, and that's just a lesson they'll have to learn. Like you had to learn to get over the pain when they left. They had to learn to live with the pain of not being with you anymore. It's not a free-for-all. It's not like you just come back and we'll resume, and I'm at your beck and call. This is on your terms. No, your life moves on. You learn to live without them. You're not a yo-yo. You don't go back and forth. Journal. Writing, diary, keeping notes since this is where we're getting into the helpful parts of how to get over somebody, writing can be very therapeutic. It could be a digital diary. It doesn't have to be one around, that you do, unless you feel more connected when you use the old-fashioned, like, writing on a pen or in a book, writing on a pad, or in a book or journal. It's up to you, but getting those feelings out. Sometimes things you can't express verbally. Sometimes you can't tell them what you feel because they've closed the door. They don't really want to hear it. They feel like guilty hearing your emotions. So it's good for you to let it out that way. Even friends and family, sometimes you feel like maybe they've heard enough already, or if they haven't, it's not about, well, they heard enough, but you just want to be private. You don't want to be vulnerable and raw to the point where you need to be. That's where you can just let it all out and write it in prayer between you and God as well. That can be very soothing, and it can be the healing balm that you need, is to talk to God about how you feel and say, instead of please bring this person to me, it's please help me through this. Help me get to the other side. History, yeah. Past happened. When I see this, I think of like all the memories, the history, if this is indeed a long-term relationship or marriage, the history between you, instead of it letting it haunt you and it giving you that grip in your heart or in your chest, allow it to be more of a sweetness. Like, oh, I'm so glad I was around to enjoy that moment. How many people get to experience loving where your heart just is going to explode to that point of fullness? How many people experience that desire? That's a blessing. Not everybody feels the full heights of desire, believe it or not. So be grateful, even though it doesn't have to last forever. But that's okay, you had it. It was something you experienced, you grew from it, you appreciated it. Instead of being like so sorrowful that it didn't last forever, just bask in the fact that you got to experience it at all. Intervention, rescue, others involved. Getting others involved, maybe an intervention, if you are someone that is really, really not able to pull yourself out of this. You've tried prayer, you tried writing, some kind of therapy on your own, self-help therapy, which involves a lot of journaling and writing. So if you find that that's not enough, then definitely get help. Whether that's through your church or professional help, like as far as a, clinical therapist, or if you don't want to go that route, maybe calling a hotline, or nowadays they have chat lines for, you can talk to someone and let them know, I'm really, really sinking here, Intervention can also just be getting outside, your own intervention on your own self, you deciding, okay, I'm going to shake things up. I may not feel like it, but let me give myself a chance. I want to go outside and get a fresh air, take a walk, or I want to just go to the movies by myself today, or I'm going to take a drive by the lake, just whatever, to break yourself out of that rut, is what I'm getting from that. Let's see, go to another deck. Let's see, what's the oracle has to say? Any advice moving forward? This is about moving forward. So we had the journaling, we had the intervention, whether it's self-intervention on your own behalf or getting clinical therapeutic help. Thinking regarding it in a moment of gratitude for the history instead of making it a grievance or something that you're grieving that it's over, you know, being appreciative of what was. So what else? Thank you. Go the distance. Go the distance. This is usually about seeing things all the way to the end. So in this case, let me see, why are you saying go the distance? Magician, manifesting what you want, knowing that you are enough to get what you want. This person's leaving or this person doesn't want to be part of your life right now. You can manifest the relationship, the love, the desire that you want moving forward. It's not over, you know? One person is not the end all. You can definitely love again. So go the distance is what I'm feeling, but this is just realizing that. Go the distance with yourself. Go however far it takes you to get what you want and what you deserve. Serendipity. Yeah. It's like meant to be. You know, you will align with what's meant for you. Everything will just fit. Everything, it will be easier. It won't be so much work. You should not have to work for love. You shouldn't have to convince somebody. You shouldn't have to impress anyone or be something other than your natural, authentic self. You shouldn't have to plead your case for love. Just be yourself and it's enough. And if someone else doesn't see it as enough, then it's not meant for them. But there is someone out there that will see you as perfect. It will be serendipitous. Serendipitous. So it would feel just right. So I hope this helps somebody get through some heartache. And I hope that you will become overjoyed with the person that you are meant to be with, or who appreciates you and loves you equally and desires you and only wants to build that castle for you as well. So with that, I will see you next time.